The Battle of Karbala, a name that echoes through history, heavy with sorrow and sacrifice. Fought in 680 CE in present-day Iraq, it was more than just a battle. It was a clash of principles, a stark choice between tyranny and righteousness. To understand Karbala, we must travel back to the time after Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, passed away. The Muslim community faced a critical question: who would lead them now? Some believed leadership should stay within the Prophet's family with his cousin and son-in-law, Ali ibn Abi Talib. Others favored a system where the most capable person, regardless of bloodline, would take charge. This difference of opinion led to the emergence of two main branches in Islam: Sunni and Shia. Sunnis accepted the legitimacy of the caliphs who succeeded the Prophet, starting with Abu Bakr. Shias believed leadership rightfully belonged to Ali and his descendants, whom they saw as divinely appointed. Years of political maneuvering and power struggles followed. By 680 CE, the Islamic world found itself under the rule of Yazid I, a ruler from the Umayyad dynasty. Yazid's claim to the caliphate was controversial, seen by many as a departure from the principles of piety and justice that should guide a leader. Enter Imam Hussain ibn Ali, the grandson of Prophet Muhammad. A man renowned for his piety, compassion, and unwavering commitment to justice. When Yazid demanded Hussein's allegiance, it was more than a political request. It was a test of faith and conscience. Hussein found himself at a crossroads. To pledge allegiance to Yazid would mean endorsing a ruler he believed was corrupt and unjust, betraying the very essence of Islam. But refusal meant certain conflict, bloodshed, and likely death for him and his loved ones. Hussein's decision was not driven by personal ambition or a thirst for power. He was driven by a higher calling, a duty to stand against tyranny, no matter the cost. He chose to raise his voice, to resist oppression, even if it meant sacrificing everything. Hussein, accompanied by his family and a small band of loyal followers, set out from Medina towards Kufa, a city in Iraq where he had received promises of support. However, Yazid's forces intercepted them near the plains of Karbala, cutting off their access to water and supplies. For 10 agonizing days, Hussein and his companions, including women and children, endured thirst, hunger, and the constant threat of attack. Despite their dire situation, Hussein refused to yield. He chose to face Yazid's might, even though the odds were overwhelmingly stacked against him. On the 10th day of Muharram, the first month of the Islamic calendar, the Battle of Karbala commenced. Outnumbered and outmatched, Hussein's small band of 72 fought with unparalleled courage and conviction. They knew their fate was sealed, but they fought to their last breath, defending their principles and the sanctity of their faith. The battle ended in a brutal massacre. Hussein, his family, and his companions were martyred. Their death sent shockwaves through the Islamic world, exposing the brutality of Yazid's rule and forever etching the tragedy of Karbala into the annals of history. Section 4. The Sunni-Shia divide, a wound that time deepened. While the Battle of Karbala did not create the Sunni-Shia divide, it undoubtedly deepened the existing rift. For Shias, Hussein's martyrdom became a defining moment in their history, a symbol of their struggle against oppression and their unwavering commitment to the Prophet's family. The commemoration of Ashura, the 10th day of Muharram, evolved into a central ritual for Shias worldwide. Through mourning processions, passionate lamentations, and theatrical reenactments of the battle, they keep the memory of Karbala alive, drawing inspiration from Hussein's sacrifice and reaffirming their commitment to justice and resistance against tyranny. For Sunnis, Karbala remains a tragic event in Islamic history. While they acknowledge Hussein's status as a respected figure and grandson of the Prophet, they generally do not observe Ashura with the same intensity or rituals as Shias. Over the centuries, differing interpretations of the events at Karbala and the figures involved have contributed to the theological and political divisions between Sunnis and Shias. While efforts at reconciliation and dialogue continue, the legacy of Karbala remains a sensitive and complex issue within the Muslim world. Section 5. Echoes of Karbala. Timeless lessons in courage and justice. The significance of Karbala extends far beyond its religious and historical context. It offers universal lessons about courage, sacrifice, and standing up for what is right, even in the face of overwhelming odds. Hussein's story is a testament to the power of conscience. It teaches us that true leadership is not defined by power or authority, but by integrity, compassion, and a willingness to stand up for justice, even at great personal cost. The events at Karbala remind us that silence in the face of oppression makes us complicit. Hussein's refusal to pledge allegiance to Yazid, his unwavering commitment to his principles, serves as a timeless reminder that we have a moral obligation to raise our voices against injustice, wherever and whenever we see it. Karbala's message transcends time, culture, and faith. It is a story that resonates with anyone who has ever felt the sting of injustice, who has ever been called upon to take a stand for what is right. It reminds us that the battle for a just and equitable world is ongoing, and that the sacrifices of those who came before us should inspire us to continue the fight,